You are listening to Mad Chat with Chad and Matt.
Let's record desktop. There we go. All right, gang. This is Mad Chat with Chad and Matt. We're giving you another episode. We're
Another slice of
yeah,
that bread.
another slice of this stale bread. The
Come
quality
to
that
Mad Chat if you want terrible opinions on stuff that happened 6 weeks ago.
that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not my fault. We haven't been able to record in a month, so we're talking about a little bit older stuff, especially like some of this stuff. It's like the leftovers that we didn't get to do the last episode that we recorded like 5 minutes ago. So this is like, it's a later episode, but it's about older shit.
So if you're like not watching, we just pulled one over on you, or we would
Oh
have
yeah,
if Matt didn't tell you,
yeah,
because you wouldn't have seen the date in the bottom right corner of the video.
yeah. We're recording this on October 3rd.
It's
These
like,
are all
wait a
stories from
minute.
August and September, except this one. This one right here is actually newer. Um, and yeah, it's from Polygon, but I think it's funny. It's just so stupid that this happened. So there's a game created by Valve. It's a card game, and they have a card called Crack the Whip. And I'm gonna read you this description, Chad. The description reads as this: modify a black hero card with. After you play a black card, give this hero and its allied neighbors +2 attack on this round. A black
Okay,
hero, and you crack the whip.
okay, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here. Okay, and I'm gonna say that the black hero are the hero cards, and the hero cards only come in color black.
Yes.
And it's
It
not
doesn't it
speaking.
doesn't mean African American or Jamaican or Nigerian or something like that. Somebody from the country of Chad, or Ghana. It doesn't mean like black skin. It's like the cards. It's a
The
hero. It's a
outside,
hero
the
in the
trim of the card.
yeah. It's a hero within the category of black. But it's this. This is just like maybe maybe don't name it Crack the Whip because this is
Hey,
gonna happen.
this is just a dog whistle to all the black supremacists out there.
God damn it! This like this is clearly hilarious, and
I,
anyone
I
who
love
doesn't
it.
agree
I'm,
is
I
just
hope
like.
they leave it in. They have to leave it in.
No,
That's
they changed it. They got too much shit for it. They changed it to coordinated assault. They changed the name.
oh come
It's no longer
on.
no, it's no longer Crack the Whip.
Oh come on.
Yeah, I know.
God, I wish
Disappointing,
these would
but
stop folding under pressure. That's hilarious.
well, as as you can see on the side, it's this there's some ads for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I've actually been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's pretty fucking fun. So I'm actually really excited to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I like the changes they've made to the Assassin's Creed games. They've been stale for quite a while. So what they did is they changed the combat, and they added a bunch of RPG progression to it. And
Hmm.
they've got tons of new weapons and one feature, the one I love the most for these new Assassin's Creed games, um, actually Ubisoft games in general, because it's in Far Cry 5 as well. You can set a waypoint on your map, and then you can just press a button, and whatever vehicle you're in, whether it's a car in Far Cry or you're riding a horse or a camel in Assassin's Creed, if you press the button, it'll just follow the road, and
Oh,
it'll
okay.
just walk, and you can just
So it
you can chill
autopilots you
out. You can
basically.
yeah, you can check your phone, you can look at something on your computer, you can um
Watch some
you can
Bowsette
yeah, you can
tentacle
watch
porn.
some Bowsette porn if you want. You can do whatever you want, and the game just auto pilots your way to your objective.
That's
And
pretty sweet.
it's awesome, and like the whole map is lined out with roads, like because in Origins you're in the desert as well, so they've got roads mapped under the sand dunes, so you can go through the desert, and it has a road mapped for you, and
Oh, that's really cool.
it'll take you over the dunes through ruins and stuff, and you could just ride like on autopilot and just rotate your camera, look around at the scenery. It's pretty fucking awesome, and it's a feature that it's kind of in The Witcher, where you can just kind
Hmm.
of you
Yeah.
can hold down the A button and your horse will follow the road, but it's a little bit buggy. It wasn't perfect. In the Assassin's Creed games, it's pretty well done. It's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I turn on autopilot and I just rotate my camera and look around, and that game is it's so awesome to look at. It's really incredible. So I'm actually into Assassin's Creed games again. It's pretty fucking awesome.
I would like to point out in that new Assassin's Creed game, they did a very good job of making a female protagonist.
Oh yeah.
And it's not historically accurate to have like a female running around in fucking Greek armor, which is kind of like mixed between Roman armor and Greek armor, which is kind of weird. But the way they did it, it wasn't just like, here, fuck you, you're gonna take it this way. Like, and no one's complaining about it. No one's saying, "Oh God, women in history." Like, no one's complaining about it. It's unimmersive.
No women in my game.
Yeah, because that's the way that they've always kind of wanted people to be portrayed as, like the people who didn't want women soldiers on the front line in World War II on the British front and dudes with samurai swords, chopping people up. They have done a very good thing in the way they approached it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't just throw it in there and say, if you don't like it, fuck you, you know. And this is another like notch in my opinion of why gamers aren't sexist. And to me, the gaming industry is the most welcoming and the most, I mean, really except for like online play. But I mean, like,
but that's a different beast.
Yeah, because I mean, apparently every 12-year-old kid has fucked my mom. So
my mom is an absolute slut. Come on, Mom.
According to Xbox Live, yes. But people really don't care how you make your game, as long as you're doing it tastefully and you're not doing it to satisfy
it in a respectful way to the gamers and history and the people that you're putting in. So don't put a token character in, because that's also racist. But you know, if you do it in an organic way that makes sense. Another game that I like, surprisingly enough, it's an Assassin's Creed game, but Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I think that game got mixed reviews, but I actually really liked it, and that actually had a brother and sister duo in it that you could play.
Okay,
and it was actually cool. It was really cool. They were British. It took place in England. It was a pretty fun game, and like you would just switch off. So part of the game you play a mission as a sister, and part of the game you play missions as the brother, and it was really cool. I liked it. I don't know. I didn't have any problems with her being in it. It seemed to fit.
Well, I mean, because you're not a sexist, Matthew. That's why you didn't have a problem with it. So
also Ciri in The Witcher, she's fun as fuck to play. I liked playing as her more than I like playing her more than Geralt, because she had that blink move. Oh man, and she was just stronger than him, so it was fucking crazy.
The whole character system, like, it doesn't bother at least me or most men in general that I know of to play as a female character, as long as they're a good character. Like, if they're well fleshed out, like the person. They have
to be well written. They have to make sense in the story.
And we're not saying that.
That's it.
And we're not saying that it's okay to have a male character who sucks.
Oh, no,
that's for any character you play.
Get that. If there's any male character
you play has to be a good character, has to make sense, and has to have something about them. They have to, you have to build the character. You can't just throw some, like you said in the last episode, you can't have fucking Andy Samberg as Superman, because that would be dumb.
That would be fucking ridiculous.
So everything's got to work. It's not so much the gender of the person, it's the way the character is portrayed.
It's mostly
created.
It goes down to writing, how they're written into the story, and if it makes sense. That's basically it. If the writing makes sense in the story, I don't give a fuck what the character looks like.
Yes. And if you're obviously making your character, if you're obviously making your character to fit an agenda and it's obvious, and you're doing it just so you can score some social brownie points with some people, then people are smart. Gamers are very smart. They see through a lot of the bullshit that Hollywood tries to do when they try to make some stuff up. But, Can you hear me?
Yes. I was waiting for you to Finish your
Okay,
point.
waiting for me to shut my fucking mouth.
Shut the fuck up. Let's
Like,
talk about
you've went on this rant 17 fucking times
Chad.
in
Shut
7
up
episodes.
and let's talk about THQ Nordic. Okay, so they've been acquiring the rights to tons of games. So, did you ever play Kingdoms of Amalur?
I have never even heard of it because
It was an
am a pleb.
RPG that a lot of people liked, but all those that played it, they like it. But it didn't do too great financially, so the company that made it shut down. Well, THQ Nordic has been buying the rights to tons of games that have been put on the back burner because of companies that have gone out of business. So they've gotten this one, Kingdoms of Amalur, people are excited about. The one that I'm most excited about, though, is Time Splitters. I fucking love Time
God.
Splitters. They got the
I
rights
couldn't
to...
stand Time
They
Splitters.
got the rights to... You didn't like Time Splitters? I fucking love that
No.
game. They got...
I hated the universe. I hated how goofy the characters
They-
looked. It just fucking pissed me
They got
off.
that. They got Second Sight. They've gotten a few other ones, but they've just been buying up all these IPs, and I guess they're just gonna start making games and shit. I don't know. Like they've just been going crazy. So I'm excited to see the new Time Splitters, a new Kingdoms of Amalur, a new
Time
Second
Splitters,
Sight.
God damn it.
All right, dude.
I'm so biased against Time Splitters too. Cause
I don't know why you hate that game so much.
dude.
I
It was
fucking love it.
the art style, the characters. I just couldn't do it. It just I don't know why.
You could
just
play
whenever I
as
would
a
see it,
gingerbread man in multiplayer. What?
I would get physically angry when I saw the characters in Time. I don't know.
You could
why.
play as
I've
a
held this-
cyborg monkey. You could play as a giant hand.
I have held this bias against Time Splitters ever since I fucking saw it the first time. And it came out, what, PS2?
PS2, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
ever
I
since
had it
then.
on the original Xbox.
Yeah, I hope you guys, I mean, you can hate me for it because it's completely and utterly ridiculous of why I hate Time Splitters. And I will take that to my grave because I'm a stubborn piece of shit.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, man.
Acquire the rights to the
Time
beloved,
Splitters.
Time Splitters IP.
Beloved my ass.
All right, well, Kingdoms of Amalur and Time Splitters, something to look forward to. Oh, not for Chad, I guess. What is this? Red Dead Redemption something. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but Red Dead
Red Dead
God, I can't
Redemption.
fucking talk. Red Dead Redemption. I think they're gonna try to make several monies off me because they say that they're not gonna release it for the PC, and I know they're gonna release it for the.
They will
But I'm
eventually.
gonna have to buy it for the console first.
Yeah, but you want to play it now. You want to play
I
it as
know.
soon as you can. So you're gonna have to
That-
buy it for the Xbox.
and it's probably not gonna be cross-plat. So.
Oh no, definitely not. You know
in
what
order
else
to
is
play
not
with
going to
you
be
guys.
cross-plat? Fallout 76
Oh.
will not be cross-play compatible. Even
Has,
though Sony has now caved.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about. Yeah, Sony
They've
caved.
now caved on their cross-play stuff. Bethesda's
and
like,
they were doing it for Fortnite, right?
yeah, they're
Fortnite
starting
was
it
the
out for
first game.
Fortnite. They're gonna do it for I think Rocket League next, but over time they're gonna roll out some more crossplay stuff. But yeah, they caved and said, "All right, fine, fuck it, we'll do it. Just quit calling us names. It hurts our feelings." And they caved, and then so people are like, "Oh, sweet, Bethesda, Sony said they can do crossplay now. Are we gonna get Fallout 76?" And they're like, oh, "Okay, hold on a second. We never said we were going to have crossplay. We just blamed Sony for it because we didn't want to take the blame, and they
Well,
were an
I
easy
mean,
target."
I imagine it's already got to be pretty difficult for them to turn their game
What-
engine into multiplayer
What they
engine.
said, well, it's funny because what they said is, okay, here's the thing. We weren't trying to make it crossplay because Sony said they weren't going to do it. So we figured why bother putting the resources into making it crossplay, which is fine, But I would thought, maybe what if they would have just made it crossplay with PC and Xbox
Yeah.
and just said fuck Sony. Not nobody gets to win. It's everybody loses because Sony. It could have just been like, oh well, Sony doesn't want to do it, so they won't get crossplay. Let's just do it with
Well-
Xbox. That's what I would have wanted them to do. But
Yeah.
they figured like, oh well, if Sony can't do it, then no one's gonna get it. and we're just gonna release the game and try to make it not horribly glitchy or buggy.
Well, I mean, it is Bethesda, so it's going to be horribly
There's no
glitchy
such
and buggy.
thing as a non-buggy Bethesda game.
I mean, we love Bethesda for all they do, but goddamn, do they release some fucking garbage sometimes?
Yeah, I watched that Tell Me Lies video
Oh, it's
again.
one of the best videos.
Tell me
The Todd
lies.
Howard. Oh,
I want to see if I can
If you-
find it. Since this is, I might cut this out of the strictly audio
yeah.
version of the podcast, but for the video version,
you have to. If you're listening to this just on audio,
Tell Me Lies, Todd
Howard.
Howard.
yeah, all you gotta do is put "Tell Me Lies" in it, and
Okay,
it'll pop up.
let's watch this. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it, but I've listened to it, so I'll go ahead and see.
I'm Todd Howard, Toddhoward, game director for Fallout 3.
This is an enormous dynamic world.
This is so great.
The game has over 200 dungeons, all handcrafted.
And one of the great things about having a fully dynamic game engine is all of this just works.
These NPCs are not scripted. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain.
Go where you want, do whatever you want. This is the golden age of gaming. Make the player proud when he's playing your game. Make yourself proud that you made it. Make your player proud that he bought it. And it works, it actually works perfectly.
Our artists have painstakingly modeled over 9,000 objects.
We actually have recorded around 1,000 of the most popular names for him to say.
We have over 40,000 lines of recorded dialogue.
You just put what you want in your hands, and that's really the character you're playing. We made a real one.
Wait, what?
Mods transferred, played, and shared for free on Xbox One.
And I want to be clear, actually, that feature is not coming out at launch.
Todd.
200 endings. Fuck you.
Fallout 3 will have 200 in it. Todd Howard.
It just works.
Thank you.
It just works.
Like I said, it's great to be back here working with the amazing folks at Microsoft. Some of the guys do karate and kickboxing at lunch training. Thanks again, everybody. We really hope you love the game. Thanks again.
All right, and for anybody who is listening to this, we just watched the Tell Me Lies video, the Todd Howard Tell Me Lies. Just look it up on YouTube.
And whoever did watch that, you have to go to the very end of that where we cut off, because it has a section where, I mean, it may seem mean to make fun of people with autism, but it's funny because they're interacting with each other, and they put background music to Oblivion on it because that's how the characters in Oblivion interact with each other.
God. I hadn't even. I don't think I've seen the end of that. Well, yeah, I'll watch that later.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's
oh God, yeah. Just look up "Tell Me Lies" Todd Howard on YouTube. It's so great. One, I couldn't help but notice in that video it said Fallout 3 will have 200 endings. I'm just like, what? What happened? Why would he say that? When it's clearly
because
untrue.
Todd Howard likes to tell us sweet little lies.
And I always believe him.
And
Which-
I don't know if you saw
after-
the part.
After seeing that, like, I'm kind of concerned about Fallout 76.
There was the part where it was showing Oblivion, and it said none of the NPCs are scripted.
Oh.
Like that's the only way they walk around because they said Radiant AI.
Yeah.
You know, he was explaining how the AI was not scripted. If you go through the creation engine, that's the only way you can make an NPC do anything is by scripting them to do something.
And what was it? That the Pit Boy. He's like,
Oh, we're gonna make a
we're
real
gonna make
one.
these real, and then it showed a guy opening up the screen of his Pit Boy, and it's just a cardboard picture of like the Pit Boy.
Because you're
logo.
supposed to use your phone.
Yeah. He's like,
So
what?
and a lot of them aren't just like
Oh god. that
or
was
just
funny.
like little white lies. They're kind of just like exaggerations. Like they're not technically a lie, but they're not the entire truth.
Yeah, exactly. They're sweet little lies.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
but I still like their games, god damn it. But they're not what they tell us that they will be. But they're good enough to where I'm like, okay, this is fun. I like this.
So Bethesda is the guy you are when you're trying to get laid.
Yeah, exactly.
You may have like $200 in your bank account, but you tell your date you have like 600. You know,
Look at what 600 is more impressive than 200.
just a little bit.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
like 50 grand or something, but you know.
no,
whatever.
no. Well, I mean, with the 200 endings, it's kind of like saying your $200 is 2,000
Yeah.
because what I think he means when he says 200 endings, it's however you deal with a faction. So when you do your ending of the end game in Fallout 3, you have your 15 different slides, and so however you progress through the side quest of the other factions,
Yeah.
you may have one different slide, and Ron Perlman will do a different voiceover for that slide because you eradicated that, that group. So technically, the 200 endings is correct because it's just one small deviation from the end of the other one. It's like a little white lie. Like
I don't think it comes close to 200 though. It's probably
I
more
don't-
like 10.
now, Fallout New Vegas, you can get you could have probably 6 hours of in-game like cutscenes at the very end that are all different because you could have so many different combinations of each.
Objectively, Fallout New Vegas is one of the best, but it's probably my least favorite. I don't know why. Maybe it was
I
the
just don't like
setting.
this. Yeah, I don't know. I love Fallout New Vegas. It's
think
hard for
I
me to
think
go
they
back
did
and
the
play it.
dialogue options probably the best. Because I liked playing characters that could just talk their way out of stuff, and I would always input points into speech. But in Fallout 4, there was no point of increasing speech. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah.
I don't know. I wish
yeah,
they would
I
bring that
agree.
back.
Oh, yeah, the Fallout 4 New Vegas, the new mod that people are working on.
Oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Impressive.
I even put points into speech in The Witcher, so I could do those special dialogue things to where you kind of mess with people's minds and make them do what you want. I used to do that too. I would put points into, I think the power is called Axie. I would put points into that and just kind of like, you would get special dialogue options to fuck with people's minds and get them to do what you want.
I always feel like I'm missing something if I don't like reach the objective to change the speech option. You know, like I always feel like I'm missing out on some part of the
I
story
remember when
or
I first
something.
played Fallout 3, I put all my points into speech right away so I could get all these cool dialogue options. It's just, it's so great. But then on the other side, you can make your character completely stupid and you'll get the funny dialogue options. It's like,
Oh yeah, like on
me
Fallout
name
1,
is blah
if
blah
you make
whatever.
your intelligence all the way down to like 1 on Fallout 1,
You get,
your
like-
character cannot communicate with people. You're so dumb. You can't communicate
It's
with
so
people.
funny. God
It's
damn
ridiculous.
it. They need to do that again. All right, so
They need to
microtransactions.
allow killable children. No, I'm kidding. Some people are really upset that
You know,
new Fallout's
you
still
can
kidding.
you can mod that into the
Yeah,
game. So,
true.
did you see those trailers for the new Devil May Cry 5 game?
I did not.
The trailers look awesome, but people are getting pissed off, rightfully so, because they are flooding the game with microtransactions.
How do you flood a fucking
This is a,
Button masher
this is a
beat 'em
single
up
player
with microtransactions.
hack and slash beat 'em up combo game. What they're doing is they're making it to where okay, so in Devil May Cry games, you kill enemies, you get some form of credits. I think in this game they're let's see what they were called. Red orbs. You get red orbs, and you use that to increase to buy new moves and stuff, increase the power of your weapons. So in this game, you will be able to just buy red orbs to level up faster. If you don't want to play the game, you can just buy it. Pay to win. So what people are concerned about is, are they going to make it like NBA 2K games where it's so hard to get the stuff naturally that you're going to be incredibly incentivized to just buy it so you can actually play the game?
Like in NBA 2K, you can play a game that the only way to get the max amount of credits for that game, so you get like 2,500 VC.
Yeah.
And that's if you play really well, like you score triple-double and stuff. And you have to have the game on the hardest difficulty. You got to have the quarters all the way up to 15 minutes or 12 minutes, whatever it is. And so you got to waste or play, 45 minutes of your time for 2,500 VC.
Meanwhile, you're doing this while your character is like has a 50 rating, so you can't actually do anything. So most of the time, you're not actually accomplishing anything because your character sucks so much.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get those triple doubles. And so you spend 45 minutes trying to get 2,500, and that's like the max you can get or whatever it is. I don't know if there is a max.
Or you can buy, or you can just buy 30,000 for
30,000 for $4.99.
Yeah, and just skip all that. So that's the concern people are having with this. So like, why? Just why bother? And they're saying the whole it's a player choice. Some players might choose to spend money instead of actually playing our game. They want to buy their way into it.
Microtransactions are feeding the worst part of humans.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you make your game so unbelievably
grindy,
either boring or grindy to where you feel like you have to spend money to skip it, then you're making your game wrong. You're not doing a good job.
And it would be one thing if they're doing this with like new franchises. They're taking beloved franchises and doing it. So it's not a matter of, well, if you don't like it, don't play it, don't buy it. They're taking people's favorite franchises and then they're stuffing this shit in there with them.
This drove me crazy because they did this with Warner Brothers did this with Shadow of War, the Middle-earth game. That was my favorite game of what was it, 2017? Was that year when it came out? I think it was. It was my favorite game of that year. Absolutely favorite game. People gave it so much shit, and rightfully so, because it had loot boxes in it and it had microtransactions, and people were like, why did you put this in the game? But I never needed to buy it because the gameplay didn't require it. If you ever needed more followers, you can just go find somebody and brand them and put them under your control. You didn't have to buy the loot boxes to get more orc followers. So it was just something that was there, but it didn't need to be, and it pissed people off, and it kind of just ruined whatever momentum the game could have had for like high reviews and high praise. And they shot themselves in the foot by putting this in there when they didn't need it. Yes,
I would agree. And even like the smaller companies that are trying to put loot boxes in, and they're not doing it egregiously, a lot of people are attacking them. And I think the reasoning behind that is if you get all the lower, like the smaller tier people to stop doing it, because it's really hard to get Activision to stop doing something. So to change the culture in gaming, if you get, 75% of the developers up to 95% of the developers not putting in microtransactions because everyone's too afraid of losing money, because EA's not really that afraid of losing money.
Yeah.
If you get like the smaller guys trying to get them to stop doing it, like Warner Brothers, and I say those like smaller guys in parentheses because Warner Brothers makes movies and they have fucking tons and tons of cash. But people that are trying to make it mainstream AAA titles, if you stop them on their first or second attempt to make a AAA title with microtransactions, they're more likely to listen to you than someone like DICE and with Battlefield who have been doing microtransactions for 6-7 years. I think they're going to go after those people first they're trying to stop them from becoming the EAs and the 2Ks.
Yeah, and one concern about that right now is 343 and Microsoft, because they had a job description for a job opening up for somebody. What was this?
I think it was up at the top. Scroll up a little bit.
Something about
Oh no, it's community manager. Okay.
some kind of community thing to where it was like a
Online experience design director.
yeah, that's it. Good eye. It was I know it was like something weird, but it had specifically to do with online stuff, and it talked about implementing microtransactions and shit like that, and trying to keep player engagement going, which it said may include but not limited to loot boxes, microtransactions, that kind of thing. I don't think they said loot boxes. I think they've said that there will be no loot boxes, which is good.
Well, it
but-
says right there, the developer has reassured there will be no real money loot boxes.
yeah. So
But all that means is you're going to have in-game loot boxes where you're going to have to spend your in-game currency for the
yeah,
boxes.
and you
I'm not
can
a fan of
probably
loot
buy in-game currency with real money, which is
I
like
mean,
a way
it won't be
a loophole.
It won't be the end of the world if they do their loot boxes like they did in Halo 5. It won't be
Yeah.
the end of the world
Well-
if they only use it for the Warzone type playlist. If they try to start putting it into social or ranked multiplayer,
Well, what I think they should do is even take it out of Warzone. Only make microtransactions for cosmetic stuff, because I was thinking about this a while back, and I thought, because I play Warzone a lot, because I like getting the I'm still trying to get all the weapon skins. So I play Warzone to get XP and get rec points to buy more rec packs so I can get all the weapon skins. So what I was thinking is I was playing a game and I got to a point where I was level 6 and I wanted to get a tank, but I didn't have any tanks left. I used up all my cards, and I'm thinking, would this game be more fun for everybody involved if I didn't need to have a card in order to get a tank? If I could just grab one.
buy the tank.
Like once you reach level 6, you just get a tank. Everybody's equal. Everybody has the equal chances to get a tank once they reach level 6.
Gotcha.
And the people who bought packs don't have an advantage because they used money to buy more packs.
But then you come with the issue is only the good people are going to get tanks, and so
be it.
Whenever they get to level 6, they're going to be the only ones be able to get level 6 because they got the tanks and they're dominating everybody else.
You also level up over time. Doing objectives, killing AI gets you points towards your level. Simply being in the game over time gets you points to
So if
get
you
to
do
level
it this
6.
way, maybe the best way to do it would be player-on-player kills don't add up as much
Yeah.
as working the objective.
Working the objective, killing AI, getting assist could also give you a huge boost.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe being like a driver in a Warthog.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you really don't get a whole lot of points for doing that.
Time spent in vehicles. So like if you're
assisting.
driving a Warthog, it counts as towards it. Like maybe doubles your time. So if you have a passenger, like some people might just hop in a Warthog and drive around. So if you've got a passenger in there,
but I would
or
say
if
like
you're getting splatter kills, like there are
so-
ways to do it.
like if you were in a vehicle, you wouldn't get like double points unless you're inside the objective trying to capture.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way people are or defending an objective. So that's what I would say.
You get double points for defending, like
because not a lot of people can go in and get a high KD
exactly
and come out with points, but everyone, if they wanted to, could go for the objective.
Exactly, or they could kill AI. Or they can kill bosses. There are tons of ways to do it.
Back in the day when you and Corey used to play Halo 3 a lot of the times, and you would play with like me or Brent, or I remember Corey would always be super excited when AJ would play because he was like, yeah, man, AJ would always go for the objective. Like we could play objective games with him because
and he would always grab the flag. He wasn't that great at killing people. He would always grab the flag. He would always jump in the hill. He would always grab the oddball every time. And we didn't have to worry about it. That was what he did. He would just do that.
You guys would protect him and do all the shooting and the killing while he would be the one that would get the objective. And that could score you more points if you're the objective.
So I was thinking about that, and I thought, you know what? I really wish I had a tank right now. And it's like, in order for people to get the stuff, they either have to buy the loot boxes or they have to play a ton and get a bunch of rec points.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to spend their time getting shit on by people who have all these high level gear. And eventually they'll get, enough points for rec packs.
If the developer was so intent on like using like in-game currency, like not even like microtransaction,
Make
instead
it
of doing
easier to come by.
to where if you get what you pay for, what you want to pay for, you don't pay for a loot box and get random assortment of things.
Yes.
Like say if you want a
Agreed.
tank, you go spend 600 points and get that tank.
Yeah.
So you have the money to spend for it. Like you earn it by playing the game. So instead of just buying a random assortment of things and hoping you get a tank, you can just go straight to the source and say, hey, I want this tank.
Yeah.
And then
But
if
what
they
I-
really
but-
wanted to keep the loot boxes in, they could make the loot boxes cheaper, but the chances
only
of
give you
getting,
cosmetic stuff. Here's my thought. Leave all the weapons and vehicles out of microtransactions completely. Just give people the options. Once they reach level 6, they get this, they get that. Level 9, they get whatever this is over here, whatever weapon that is. They get access
It's the
to
same way they do, like if you unlock a primary weapon, like
Yes.
you just get.
You just get it, so people can use it, and then it takes their points away, and they have to recharge over time. So you can't just, if you get killed with the sniper rifle,
You can't just spawn in a new
respawn with a
sniper
new
rifle.
one. Like you took your points away, and you have to they recharge over time. So you can get one like later, you can get another one, but you don't get it right away. So do that. But with the microtransactions, it's all cosmetic. So say there's a helmet that I want, or a suit of like a full suit that I want. Like I like the EOD helmet. I always have it in every Halo game. I could either buy, I can use the in-game credits for loot boxes. You can't use real money for those. Use the in-game credits for loot boxes, fairly cheap, but you don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get something cosmetic, but you don't know what it is, and you might get like 5 or 6 things. Or you could spend $1 or $2 or whatever they decide on this one specific piece of armor, this one cosmetic. Like I want the EOD helmet now. So I'm going to spend $1. Now I've got it. I don't have to wait spending all my credits on loot boxes until I get it. I can still do that to get other stuff, but if I want this one specific weapon skin or one specific helmet, I'll just get that now because it doesn't affect gameplay. It's purely cosmetic, and that way 343 gets an extra $1 from me, and I get to have the weapon skin or the armor that I want.
If
It
I
doesn't
was
affect gameplay.
if I was to be the one that actually was like approving the game design, I wouldn't have any microtransactions at all. There's no outside money, right?
Yeah.
There's no system to where you could spend in-game credits to buy your cosmetic items. To me, the reason for the cosmetic items is to, just like on Halo 3, you have to earn that cosmetic item. It'll tell you what you need to do in order to get that item.
Yeah. I
And
like
that's
that.
To me, that was the whole point of the cosmetic item.
Well,
so, like,
some people
on the
say
old Call of Duties, it was like, to get the red tiger, you had to get
like
so many headshots. Like,
100 headshots with this weapon, and you'll
so-
unlock the skin for it. Yeah.
so when you killed somebody in, like, the old Call of Duties, and you would pick up your weapon, you'd be like, oh, man, that guy had this skin. That means he was able to be good enough to do this,
Yeah.
Or
That's
like
much more
on
like the
Halo,
Halo
3,
3, yeah.
if you saw a guy with katanas, you like came around the corner.
You're like,
oh,
that
shit.
dude has every achievement.
Yeah,
He's got the
exactly.
katana. I still
So-
remember the day I got my katana. I was playing. The last achievement I needed was an overkill in free for all, and I got it. It was I stayed the night at Corey's house or something, and I was playing Halo before school, and I managed to get that achievement. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I got this so randomly. I was playing on Epitaph, and I just had a shotgun, and I just went to town, killed 4 people in a row, got an overkill, and then went to school. It was the happiest day of my life.
Okay, so
It was
so
so
this
great.
is why I'm so adamant about this, other than microtransactions. Can you name me the place and time where you got your EOD helmet on Halo 5?
No, I bought a I bought
You
the
got it out of a rec pack, right?
I bought the rec pack for the old armor skins.
Oh, okay. So
I don't remember the
That-
day. I know it was sometime after work. I came home and I had just so happened to have hoarded up enough currency, in-game currency to buy it. Like I think it was like 100,000.
Yeah,
rec
that's what it
points.
was. It was 100,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fucking meaningless, other than getting something that you wanted.
Yeah, it was a helmet that I wanted since Halo 5 came out, and they
It
finally
wasn't-
added it. But I didn't.
So, like-
I didn't do anything to get it. I just kind of bought it.
And you didn't take any pride in
No,
like wearing it around.
I still
So,
wear
like,
it, but it's not the same as when I got the katana in Halo 3. Not the same.
because you had to work for it.
Yeah.
And here old man Chad is going on his fucking rant about society again, because that's what he always does in every episode. But this, you don't get that anymore, because everybody wants the here and now. You know, you don't want to work for your katana armor anymore. You just want to buy it. You want to take the shortcut, the easy road. It doesn't fucking mean anything anymore for the people that want to do it. So say you have to work 40 hours to get that katana armor. Well, if someone can just buy it with $1.99, it doesn't fucking mean anything anymore, because you'll see
Yeah.
some 16-year-old kid running around saying, I raped your mom last night, and he's got the fucking katana armor. It doesn't fucking mean anything anymore.
It's like the recon armor or the flaming helmet from Halo 3. Like those things, the flaming helmet, you had to either work at Bungie or you had to know somebody from Bungie and they would give it to you. Like a pro player had them sometimes. Or the recon helmet, you had to do a ton of shit to get that. Like you had to go out of your way to earn that one. And it's like when Halo Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 came out, you could just have that stuff.
And
it's-
it wasn't
it
as
means a little bit
satisfying.
less. Yeah.
It's not nearly as satisfying.
I think maybe
That's what-
some things you should be able to get, but then there should be some armor or some weapon skins where you have to do something to earn them. You can't get them with any kind of currency.
And
I think there should be something like that. That's a good
and
idea.
me and you both know Corey. Corey is a game completionist. He will
yeah.
fucking it pisses him off if he can't get, like, Halo 5 would piss him off because he would miss like one of those special deals where you'd get something cosmetic,
Yeah.
and you can only get it for a limited time. And if he missed it, it pissed him off because
Oh yeah, it would drive him crazy.
yeah.
He didn't stop playing Mass Effect Andromeda until he like 100% completed it.
Yeah, and
He played that game for a long time.
and it
And
it
that
takes
was
away-
Andromeda, people.
yeah, that
God damn.
I couldn't stand that.
Oh,
we're not going
Yeah,
into it.
I actually 100% completed Spider-Man. That was fucking fun. I got the platinum trophy for it. I don't 100% complete a lot of games, but sometimes I do. But yeah, Corey, he loves
And so-
completing games, getting all the achievements.
For people to just be able to buy, I want it now. I'm gonna, letting people to give in to their impulses to buy something that someone worked hard for. That, to me, that's that's bullshit.
It's interesting because like people think of loot boxes as a way to like game companies. They think of loot boxes as a way to keep people engaged, keep people playing. But if you make these weapon skins and armor pieces, if you put like a way, sort of what am I trying to say here? Like where you have to work to get them, you have to do something in the game.
So basically, what
That-
Battlefront 2 tried to do.
Yeah, that in itself
with-
is a way to keep people engaged. Like, oh, if
The
I have to
issue-
get 500 kills with the pistol to get this weapon skin, that's one way to keep people engaged.
The issue with the Battlefront 2, like unlocking the characters, it's not so much that you had to work 40 hours to get that one character. It was that you had to work 40 hours with that one character, and someone could buy that character for $1.99. That was the
Well,
big issue.
it was
wasn't that
also-
people.
It was also kind of the fact that was a character that affects gameplay. It wasn't like a skin.
Yes.
It was Luke
Yes.
Skywalker. It was Darth Vader.
Yeah,
It wasn't like a skin for the character. Like this is something like people wanted to play as Darth Vader. They wanted to play as Luke, and they didn't want to have to spend 40 hours to do it. It would be like it's kind of like you can't use a sniper rifle in Warzone unless you play 40 hours of Warzone.
Yes.
It's like
So
it's
where
kinda- yeah,
I
it's a
should
little
I
bit
should take
different.
that back a little bit. So what should have been like, you get Darth Vader at level 10, but
Yeah.
at level 40 you get Darth Vader from this film. So because I mean they've
Or
changed
what would have been
a little
cool
bit.
is if they put like the Clone Wars cartoon skin on him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like you work 40 hours, you can get the different skin of him.
Yeah,
Or
so it's the same Darth Vader powers and abilities, but you just
Yes.
look cooler. You get the special skin for it.
like
that's
you
a good
could
idea.
get whatever you can get Han Solo if you work 40 hours. Like so you get Han Solo, like you start out with him. You would start out with him from the new movie, right?
Yeah.
The Solo. But then if you worked far enough, you could get the skin from the original
Yeah,
Star
if you
Wars.
get like 300 kills with Han Solo, you get the original skin for him. You get the Harrison
Yes.
Ford from
Exactly.
from A New Hope. You get that one.
And because that would mean it meant something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get it. Not everyone has time to get those, but that's not who you're playing for. That you're supposed like those achievements to me are for the hardcore people.
Yeah.
You don't make the hardcore person get more powerful for it.
And honestly, if you're if gaming is a major hobby of yours and you really care enough, you're gonna eventually play enough to where you'll get that skin, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, that was, I've now accomplished what my goal was,
And
because I mean, if
I
you,
get
if you
it.
really
Like
want
it's
it,
for
you
the
will.
younger crowd, the more competitive, the younger crowd, like to do that, to get, like earn that skin.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll never forget the day that you earned your katana set in Halo 3.
Yeah.
That will stick with you for the rest of your life. And that is something to me that gaming does to your core. Because people, oh, it's just video games. It's dumb. You're wasting your time. Oh, yeah? Tell me where you were when you watched the fucking first season of The Orange is the New Black. No one cares. It was a TV show you watched, 15 years ago. But Matt, whenever someone says, where were you when you got that from your Halo 3 days? You would
It
be able
was
to tell them,
7 a.m. and I was
Yeah.
playing free for all. It was Lone Wolves because it was ranked. Playing Lone Wolves on Epitaph, and I got an overkill before school started. I was a senior in high school.
yeah. And that's
Yeah.
something you'll never forget. And that's something, so when you go back in your memories, you'll really cherish that. And a lot of people that watch TVs or TVs, look at me, I'm really getting old.
They watch the TVs.
You watch the televisions. Well, the people that watch TV all day or watch movies all day, and they scoff at people that play video games. And
It's like I'm doing the same
10
thing
years
you
down
are,
the
except
road-
I'm more involved in my hobby than you are. You're just
yeah, well, 10 years down the road, yeah, someone may remember watching, The Last Jedi, but they'll never remember the environment around them, the people they were with, the people they wanted to tell. Because when you got your katana, you guarantee the first thing you want to do is run and tell Corey.
Oh, dude,
hey,
I was talking about it all day. I was telling everybody at school,
yeah,
all the people
So-
that had played Halo, like all the people in the math class, like Dakota, and I probably told you. I'm pretty sure we were in the same math class, were we? When I was a senior. Yeah.
when
so
you
I
were a
was,
senior, we were in
yeah,
trigonometry.
I told Corey immediately. I was telling Brent and you guys. I was blabbing away like I got my katana. I got my fucking katana. I was so fucking excited.
I mean, that's to me that is what gaming can be and should be. Something that when you play and you get something like I remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, my favorite Call of Duty. Not the best Call of Duty, my favorite Call of Duty. One of the hardest things to do was to get one of the achievements. It was the Mile High Club, and it was the
Oh,
epilogue
yeah.
mission at the end where you had to play on veteran. You had to complete that mission in less than 2 minutes, and
Yeah, so
you were
you
on a
had to,
plane,
like-
and you had to
You had to memorize where each enemy was. You had to like aim before you even turn the corner, shoot them, run down, shoot the next guy. It was crazy.
and it took me hours. I spent hours, and once I got that achievement, I knew where I was. Like I can still remember exactly when it happened.
That's
It
so
was
funny.
over
Like
the
that's
summer
why
break.
I love achievements so much. Like because they give you something extra to work for. Like I got all the achievements except for one fucking achievement in Middle Earth Shadow of War. God damn it! That one achievement, it's so hard to get.
I hate it. I hate like hidden achievements. I hate that. That's
Oh
dumb
yeah, I
to
always
me.
look them up. Like I want to do that. Well, if it's a hidden achievement that's based in the story, like you just have to get a certain part of the story, that's one thing. But then there are hidden achievements where you have to do something specific.
Yeah,
like,
and it's,
like the one that comes to mind is it was for the first Tomb Raider game, the reboot. You had to like go find a crab on a beach and kill it.
yeah, that's
And, like, I'm
fucking
just like,
dumb.
why did you hide that? Like, who's gonna fucking figure that out? Like, okay, somebody randomly is gonna go to that beach and kill that crab, but
Mm-hmm.
people who, you know, are just playing through the game, they might not go to that beach. They might not step on that crab, so they're like, what is this last achievement? Like, just fucking show me the
Tell
achievements,
me.
bitch.
Yeah, just tell me. Just tell me and I'll do it. But that gaming is missing that. It has lost, to me, it has lost its soul in that part.
Well,
where
and that's
you
because
can go back.
like, that's what loot boxes and microtransactions do. They
Yes.
they take that part of the game out, and it's
They take
it's,
that away from the players.
It's
and
a part that I
really
actually
bothers-
hadn't thought about a whole lot until just now when we started talking about this.
I that was the like one of the big things, because I remember I would always be bitching about microtransactions well before like that became like an issue, and you guys are like, oh god, like my god, I got Logan into hating microtransactions. He used to love microtransactions. He would buy them up all the time, and I guess he got tired of hearing me bitch over fucking Tom Clancy's Division or something, whatever we were playing,
Yeah.
and immediately he stopped buying microtransactions, and then he started bitching about them, and he started like, it was one of those things that really was, I started noticing it because of how much I love the Call of Duty franchise and how much it started going downhill. That's when I really started to notice. And then it just got so blatantly obvious as a cash grab, and people got angry about it.
Yeah. So
Okay, that was like a 30-minute diatribe.
so hoping that's not in Halo Infinite. I mean, Halo Infinite, I've got my fingers crossed for it. I'm hoping it's good. But also Fallout 76, the perk cards cannot be bought with microtransactions, so that's also good news.
That is very good news. I
Um,
wish in general they would stop with microtransactions, but I don't know if we're going to make it that far. But
It's going to take a long time for that to happen, but as long as, I mean, I just don't know what to think about Fallout 76 right now. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens with the beta, because it's not really a beta. It's literally just a stress test for the servers. They're not going to change. They don't have time to change anything. It is just, if they need to change something, they're just going to do it after the game releases over time with patches, because this is going to be one of those, I mean, online only sort of MMO light games that's just going to constantly be getting updates for years and years, because they want this to last basically forever. They want to keep this game going
they want
for a
a
long
Grand
time.
Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online it,
Yeah.
basically.
So,
Grand Theft Auto Online just released a new update.
yeah,
like
so
an
they're
online
going to
update.
have to do something to get people's money. So they're going to have microtransactions in here in some way. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're not going to do it with the perk cards. So the perk cards you're going to have to earn as you play the game, which is good.
I just hope that's not something scummy like armors and stuff, because armor
Yeah.
in Fallout does mean something, because it does have different damage thresholds.
I think
and-
they're probably going to do more cosmetic stuff, like special weapon skins and armor skins.
My guess
they're probably
is
going to do
if
that.
they're going to do their microtransactions, they're going to do it through their little paid mod thing.
That's true. They could do that. But like, I don't know if you're still looking at my screen, but
Yes.
you see all these different skins. I bet they're going to have,
Oh yeah,
Weapon skins
well 'cause that's one of the
available to buy.
things that
because it
that is
doesn't
on-
affect gameplay, and it's an easy way to get money out of people.
Yeah,
and it's
but
not
I
too
think they're going
invasive.
to start doing it with like actual weapons and stuff, and actual like, so they might throw in a different power armor, so it'll be a different type of power armor.
Oh yeah, true.
They'll do that. I have no doubt that they'll do that, because that's kind of the way they've been doing stuff for a while. I don't know. I would like to see the Fallout New Vegas NCR Ranger armor. God,
Yeah,
I love the
that would be
NCR
cool.
Ranger armor. I know this is a little late, but going back to Fallout New Vegas, I think that's one of the big issues that I have is it's very hard for me to have a different ending other than the NCR, because I always play with the NCR, because
Yeah.
they have so many quests for the NCR that if I say they did one thing wrong, it's that they leaned a little too far into the NCR's
Right.
favor.
They weren't as balanced. So
Like,
before we
bounce
go,
like
let's
those
talk
tits.
about
Oh God, I'm
let's talk about
sexist.
Kate Upton.
Let's
Utah
not do
librarian
that.
embezzles over $89,000 to spend on mobile games. So
Oh, okay. So when you pulled this out to me, I thought that the librarian was working for the game company and embezzling money
Oh, no,
from the game.
no.
The librarian
I
was
think the
embezzling money
librarian
to
embezzled.
spend.
I think that, yeah, they embezzled money in public funds to spend on microtransactions. So a person working for the like a former Utah librarian took public funds and used that to buy microtransactions in this game.
What an idiot.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Used a city credit card. Oh my god. To buy hundreds of gift cards through 2 Amazon accounts
And
for
people
the
want to
for
say
the
that,
Game of War. Yeah,
people wanna say that
microtransactions.
it's gambling. It's definitely
It
If it's not
absolutely-
gambling, it's hitting the same
It
neurotransmitters.
absolutely is gambling.
that is it is either, like I said, it's either gambling or it's hitting the same things in your brain that is making the same addiction. It's hitting the same thing, giving you
Okay.
that adrenaline rush.
Well, what
at the
these
same thing.
companies want to do is like, well, you're always getting something, so it's not gambling because you're always getting something. Like, okay, fine, let's play that semantic game. It still should not be allowed at all. It's absolutely.
It's the same kind of gambling that
You're taking
people
advantage of
used to do
people's-
when they would buy playing cards. You know,
Yeah.
like people would buy a baseball card.
Like
It's the
okay,
same kind
so
of
it's not
gambling. You still
gambling.
get something for your money,
Yeah.
but you don't get the
You're
rare
taking
stuff.
advantage of the psychology of people and the dopamine rush that hits them as they spend money on something random like this. Like, they're not, if you really think about it, you're not really getting anything. It's just
Yeah.
digital nonsense. You're
But
just
the
getting
question
you're just
is-
getting ones and zeros that have no like tangible effect in reality. So you're actually not getting anything. You're just getting digital ones and zeros in a game
Yes.
that
So my
10 years
question
from now
would be,
will not exist.
yes, my question would be, should this be, like it has been, a private enterprise where the consumers are having a backlash against the companies, or is it time for the government to step in and say, hey, you can't do this or we're going to come with a gun?
Oh.
Because that's what, like you said with Belgium earlier, that's
Yeah.
where it's coming to with some
Yeah,
of these places.
Belgium's
It's-
like, hey, government
it's
says
either-
no more.
yeah, it's either the customer saying we're not going to take this, we're not going to buy your product, or are the government going to come in guns and say you're going to stop doing this? So I don't know. I'm more for, I would rather have the consumer backlash because
Yeah.
some people want to buy the fucking microtransactions as much as I hate them.
And
I
it's,
don't think
it's difficult because it does affect games negatively and it makes games objectively worse. So like it sucks in that regard, but there
But
are
if
there
the
are
government
still,
come in and
yeah.
regulates that, you
then
open up.
Then what else are they going to do? How else
You're
are they
going to open
regulate
up the yeah, exactly. You're going to open up the Pandora's box of, okay, you can regulate video games into this, so you can already regulate artistic creation, right?
it? Yeah.
so
and
then
that's where it gets
There's
you start
somebody
to
super right or super left authoritarian comes into government power. Now they can say, okay, well, now you can't have gay people in your thing if like a right person, like a super right person comes in. Or super crazy left people says, oh, you can't have any white people in your games because there's too many games with white people in it. I don't know if I want to go so far to let the government start
And I am
taking
okay.
over.
I am okay with just voting with my money. Like
Exactly.
I
That's where I'm
currently
at.
am not buying any EA games until I feel that they've changed their ways. I'm currently supporting CD Projekt Red because I feel like they're doing a good job with the games they're making. I'm renting games from
Gamefly.
No, not Gamefly. From Family Video. It's a video store that also rents games. They're just down the road from my house. So if I'm unsure about a game, I'll just rent it first, and if I like it, I'll buy it, and if not, if I feel like it's not ethically made or whatever, however you wanted to explain it, then I won't buy it. So
How I just got to ask, how competitive is their pricing for their renting? Because that's one of the reasons why like Blockbuster and people went out of business, because they were so shitty with their business practices and how
Yeah.
expensive it was.
So movies there are super cheap. You can get them like $1 a night, and just
Okay, so they're
and just-
going for the red box.
Yeah.
price.
So and the games are basically the same. It's like $1 for $1 something for one night, two something for 2 nights, and then like for a week it's like $6-7. So
Okay.
so it's like I can rent it for a week for about $7, and then if I like it, or I mean Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I actually finished that game and sent it back. So
So that means
I got my
like
money's
the
worth out
new-
of that game. But if I
So
really
the
really
new-
like a game, I'll just wait for it to go on sale and then I'll buy it.
So the new Xbox thing that they got, what is that thing called?
Oh, Game Pass.
little-
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh,
So
fuck.
their Game Pass. So that goes to show that the digital Game Pass and markets like that, even the EA thing, that's $15 a month. $15 for almost every EA game,
Yeah.
newer game,
Yeah, I got Game
for
Pass. and I'm-
$15 a month to rent.
Mm-hmm.
So in reality, that is a way better deal than still the old-fashioned way of renting games. Like the Game
Yeah.
Pass, you get hundreds and hundreds of games for what is it, $9.99?
Yeah, and I've actually I got some deal a while back for 3 months for like super cheap, so it was like $5 a month. It was like $15 for 3
Question.
months.
Do you know if Forza is on the Game Pass?
It is, and I just
Forza
finished
Horizon 4 going to come onto it?
I just finished downloading it last night. I
Oh,
haven't
so
played it
that's
yet.
on there too. Oh,
Eh,
shit.
Halo Infinite will be on Game Pass.
Okay, well, I'm sold.
Every single first party Microsoft title, every exclusive will be on Game Pass.
So what you're saying is, in the future, we're probably not going to be buying games. We're going to be paying for a game service.
Yes. For that's what Microsoft is doing. I don't know what Sony's going to do. I don't think they're doing that. I know that's what Microsoft is hoping for. They're wanting to get people more people subscribe to the Xbox service, so they want to sell more consoles, and they want to
Does
have people
Xbox Game
playing their
Pass-
games.
Does Xbox Game Pass come with the Xbox Gold membership?
No, which is
Ah,
I think that's one thing I think they should do. One thing they're doing is I think they're going to start bundling it pretty soon because they're wanting to rent like consoles to people. So like they'll pay a monthly
Yeah, I remember
monthly
that,
fee,
yeah.
and over time they'll just pay it off.
That's
And-
basically what most people do with their phones. cell
Yeah,
phones.
so that's what they want to do. I think over time they're going to eventually turn Game Pass into a service to where you are paying for your gold and your Game Pass in one. It'll probably
I think
they'll probably
that would make
up the price, but it'll be cheaper than paying for both separately is what I think
Yeah,
they're going to
exactly.
do.
That's what they should do because, like, so say your Xbox Live is what is it, $9.99 a month?
It's Xbox Live is $60 a year, so roughly oh god,
60. That's $5 a month.
five
But that's if
roughly
you do
$5 a month.
That's if you do the year in advance. So I
Yeah.
think it's like $9.99.
If you
so
pay
it's like
if you pay
half
monthly,
price.
yeah.
It's like $9.99. So you got Game Pass and Xbox Live, which is $20 a month if you do them separate month
Mhm.
by month. Then they should do like the Game Pass Plus or whatever, where you
Yeah.
get Xbox Live included and it's $15 a month, so it's just $5 extra. More people would do that and
Do
say, fuck it, it's
four-
just $5 extra.
$14.99.
Yeah.
$14.99, make it look more incentivizing.
And here I am over
combine-
here, PC Master Race.
Combine
like,
the service together. That would be so great.
And here I am, PC Master Race, over here advocating for subscriptions. When over here Steam's free, and I've always been like,
Yeah.
Steam's awesome.
Yeah, but you still have to buy your games outright in order to play them.
Yes, but
With
You keep that game
Xbox
forever.
Game Pass, I think you do keep those games forever with when you buy them. Yes.
yes,
I think with Game Pass, what they're doing is
they give you a discount
those-
on if you buy the game, don't you?
The games do get discounts. They tell you if the games are going to leave ahead of time. They're like, hey, at the end of this month, we're not going to have these games anymore. So if you want to keep them, you can buy them. But with the first party titles, those are just going to stay on there forever. I will never have to buy Halo Infinite as long as I have Game Pass. Now, if I
bad.
eventually get rid of Game Pass in order to keep playing, I'll have to buy it. But as long as I have Game Pass, I will never have to buy Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 4, Gears of War 5,
So this is really
whatever
good
else.
for people who never plan on not being a gamer. So if like
Yeah.
you don't ever plan on not,
Game
playing.
Pass is perfect for me because my preferred platform is Xbox because I've spent so much time on it already. I'm just like, I'm invested by now. Like, all my games are on Xbox. I have my gamer score built up. I like the platform.
the exclusives?
I'm hoping to God
Oh, I
one
fucking
day
hate
they will
those
have
guys.
some exclusives. Please give me some goddamn exclusives.
I don't care about exclusives. Just give me good fucking games. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
on fucking.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
PS4.
Assassin's Creed Origins, it's multi-plat, but I'm playing it on Xbox because that's just where I like to play my games. And for those exclusives, like, I do have a PS4. So I bought Horizon Zero Dawn, played it. I bought God of War, beat it, and I 100%ed, I platinumed Spider-Man. So I'm not opposed to playing on another console if I have to, but I just prefer Xbox. So a Game Pass is perfect for me because I want to play Gears of War and Forza and Halo and all these games that are on Game Pass.
and you pay $10 a month for games that are $60 plus.
Exactly. And I'm getting a ton of games. Like, there's also all the indie games.
So I have a question.
All the older games that I never got around to playing, but now I can.
I have a question. Is the EA game, or is the here I am mixing shit up. Is the Xbox Game Pass the same as in the EA Origin thing, to where if you buy their subscription thing, you get all DLC? You get like the deluxe edition of every game.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you get the DLC.
Well, then they'll probably have a higher tier subscription. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
they're probably
I'm pretty sure.
will do
I'm
that.
pretty sure they give you just a standard copy of each of these games.
Well, that just leaves them room to do that. Say, hey,
Yeah,
you
so,
give
hey,
an extra $5
Yeah,
a month.
you can
we'll
have
get
this
all
premium.
this DLC.
Yeah. That's. I was curious about what they were going to do with that because, well, from what I know,
That's
from
what
what
Origin
343
is.
is doing, they give with their Halo games all their DLCs free. So
Yes.
I think
Which is
game
nice.
companies are starting to lean towards free DLC, and they're
And
trying to make
microtransactions,
money,
that's what
with microtransactions. So we'll see what happens
fuck.
there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I really like Game Pass. It's pretty sweet. But we went pretty long on this
We
one.
went a little long.
I mean, I think we had fewer topics to talk about, but we just talked more. So
We got passionate.
it's real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
God damn it. So, what games are you looking forward to? It's Broketober, so yeah, there's a lot of games coming out.
Everything.
One game in particular I'm looking forward to, obviously Red Dead, but I want to show you.
Is it Tits and Tanks?
No.
I can't wait for Tits and Tanks again.
Tits and Tanks. Ooh, Oni Plays put out a new Vice City Best of. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. So, let's see. It's called Call of Cthulhu. Let's go ahead and end the audio version of this right now. So, anybody listening, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next Mad Chat with Chad and Matt. So, thanks for listening, and have an excellent day. Okay, and now for anybody watching, we're gonna watch the Call of Cthulhu trailer, and not gameplay trailer, cinematic trailer. Here we go. It's a new game coming out this month at the end of the month.
One bottle at a time.
Oh God. I'm trying to be a nice guy and keep my ad block on turned off for YouTube. So,
Oh, well, I have Google Play Music on my phone, so I get free YouTube Red or whatever it's
oh
called.
wow, nice.
Well, I say it's free YouTube Red. I pay $10 a month for it, but I also get
Can
the
you-
Google Music. That's what I go for, though.
Can you still not hear?
No, I can't hear your screen.
Ah, damn it. Okay, pull it up on your screen and just watch the Sinking City Call of Cthulhu cinematic trailer. And I'm
Okay,
gonna go
hold
ahead
on.
and play this for anybody watching.
Hold on. I'll be there in just a second.
Okay, I'm gonna have it paused at 0.
Okay, yeah. And it is, which one?
The
Calls it
Sinking
28
City,
HP Lovecraft?
yeah. The Sinking City Cthulhu cinematic trailer.
Sinking City.
It should be 3 minutes and 36 seconds.
Okay. 3 minutes, 37 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit.
You know what this part reminds me of?
What?
The very beginning of Final Fantasy X,
Oh yeah.
where Sin comes and shows up and engulfs everything in water.
God, I hate this kind of music. It freaks
Why?
me the fuck
I like
out. It freaks
I
me
love this
out.
kind of music. I love like Fallout era music. Cheers me up. So is this like a new psychological thriller type?
Yeah, so if you, I'm not
Evil
sure if you know
Within
anything
type?
about the H.P. Lovecraft mythos, but it's like Cthulhu, all these like ancient gods and stuff, and it's just you play. You should look up a gameplay trailer later, but you play as like a detective, and he's comes to this town, and some crazy cult shit is going on, and there's monsters running around, and you got to solve crimes. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of supernatural stuff going on.
Oh no, his hat.
You better go back and get it, like Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, he's stuck in a time loop.
Fucking Groundhog Day.
Yep. Oh, creepy. He's a lizard person.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, this is... Oh, God.
That's really cool. I like that.
Man, but yeah, Cthulhu... Call of Cthulhu. Gonna be great.
That looks fun.
Oh, man. I'm fucking ready. Ready for some Cthulhu. That comes out at the end of the month, and as well as Red Dead and fucking... God, Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out. Jesus, so much shit coming out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my life.
Just roll yourself up in a ball and just die. That's
Exactly.
the best course of action.
All right, for anybody who was watching, that's the end. See you around.
And what are you doing here? God.
Thanks for listening to Mad Chat with Chad and Matt. Contact us at madchatpodcast@gmail.com and join the Discord to be a part of the community.